Today I'm going to do a quick unboxing and my initial impressions of the Ego 56 volt edger. Now, I've been maintaining my lawn with an Ego lawnmower and a WORX kind of edger, mini mower, trimmer, weed whacker for the last several years. And I found over time that the WORX just isn't working as well. You can see that the type of string that it uses to cut is just very, very thin. And that unfortunately requires me to constantly unspool it a little bit every time. Now it's easy to do, it's just one little button and you just kind of pull it and it does unravel. I have a few videos about my initial experience with it. But since I made that video, I've just grown a little bit more frustrated with this particular product, and I was gonna upgrade it with the Ego. I found that the Ego line is just more powerful in general than the WORX 20 volt or even the 40 volt system, which I have several products and I've been kind of using that for most of my light duty work. My heavy duty work, like my lawnmower and now my edging, is gonna be switching over to Ego. So I picked up this from eBay. Thank you, eBay, for this wonderful boxing job and shipment job, so that's really great. But nonetheless, I got it for I think like 120, 130 bucks, somewhere around then. Now this is part of the multi-head system, so there are other attachments that you can get for this system. I don't know if I'm gonna be going down that rabbit hole or not, but I'm gonna start with the edger. And I got the edger because the edge line of my grass has been just really overgrown and not very well kept, despite my attempts to maintain that with the weed whacker. So I figured a formal edger with a metal blade instead of the string might be more effective. So let's take a look. So this is it. This is the battery attachment area here, and this includes no battery at all, but it does run the 2.5 or the 5 amp hour battery. I actually only have the 5 with my mower, so I'm going to be using that today. And this is it. So what's nice about having a real edger is the fact that it has a wheel, obviously, and it has a real blade. It's a 6-inch blade, so about a 3-inch cutting depth overall. And you can just kind of roll it along the edge of your lawn and get a nice clean line, and it'll dig deeper into the soil and into the kind of root system of the grass so that it doesn't grow as invasively onto the asphalt or onto the driveway. I'll put this on. Probably should read the instructions, but it's easy enough. All right, great. So that screws in just like that. Very nice. It's pretty heavy, but it's manageable. So again, this is the standard 56 volt arc lithium battery. This is the older model. It is almost fully charged. I just took this off the mower. This is the 5 amp hour, so it's a little bigger, a little heavier, but let's see if it works. There's a little safety release here, so if I press that, that should allow me to do it, and this should throttle it. Let's see how it goes. All right, let's let it rip. Okay, as always, wear eye protection. So it's definitely a much cleaner line, no doubt. I think that getting used to the distance between the wheel and the blade is important. That way I'm not going to be scraping the blade against the side of the concrete. But even still, it doesn't seem to be causing any real wear and tear on the blade itself. Not a bird. I'm going to give it some more time. This is the first time I've ever actually been able to see the outer edge of the concrete. So all of this is overgrown. Crazy. So once I blow this out, we'll be able to get a good clean line hopefully, and I do think that it is much easier to use a real edger than a weed whacker for this particular purpose. Ultimately, I'm very impressed with this Ego edger. It has defined the true boundary of my yard for perhaps the first time. I didn't really realize how much I was just trimming grass that had been overgrown for months and months and months, not realizing that it had just been caked over the boundary of the sidewalk and driveway for all these years. So I think that I've gotten a little bit more efficient at it just in the few minutes I've been using it. And I think that as time goes on, I'll get even more confident as far as getting very close to the edge of the concrete. Obviously, it's going to scrape the blade. The blade's going to be replaceable, but even still, it wasn't shooting sparks or anything dangerous like that. And there is a nice guide area in the hub of the blade that allows you to kind of visualize exactly where the blade is operating. So with all of that said, I think that I'm definitely going to be using this from here on out to really define the edge of the yard. And I think that, weed whacker still has its purpose, but I think between the two, I think this is a much more effective tool, at least for me. For those of you who are currently using gas-powered equipment and may be interested in an electric alternative, I think this Ego edger is a fantastic option. It's environmentally friendly and it's very efficient and powerful. So thanks again for your time. For more information about the benefits of electronic yard equipment, I have some other videos on the channel. So thanks for checking out Saving Green. I'll see you next time. Bye.